Hi, welcome back. I quickly wanted to create a video to explain you the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, and then when to use each model. Okay, so what is IaaS? IaaS, which stands for Infrastructure as a Service. What this means is the cloud provider, in this case Microsoft, offers the customers infrastructure as a service. So, what is an example of infrastructure? Virtual machine. So, virtual machine, network, storage, and all these things are the examples of infrastructure. Let me quickly head to the portal, the Azure portal, and show you. So this is virtual machine. From here you can go ahead and create, and this would be called as an IaaS instance, or infrastructure as a service instance. Okay, so that's virtual machine, which is an example of infrastructure as a service. And explain, as I explained in my first video, there are certain responsibilities that falls on the shoulders of Microsoft, which is the cloud provider, and onto the shoulders of customer who is using this VM. Because since Microsoft is hosting this VM in their data center, there are certain responsibilities that fall onto the shoulders of Microsoft, and that is physical security, ensuring that this virtual machine, or the rack on which this virtual machine is hosted, is physically secure. Okay, no one is coming and trying to steal it. So that's Microsoft's job. And network security, physical network, ensuring that the this VM, or the rack on which this VM is hosted, has network connectivity to the internet, to the host, is Microsoft's job. And then physical host, ensuring that physical host is, in the nice condition, is secure, is again the job of Microsoft. Okay, and there are certain responsibilities that falls on the shoulder of customer, and that is operating system. Okay, installing, as to what's the type of OS you want, whether you want Windows or a Linux OS, is customer's job, or it's customer's responsibility. And then virtual network connectivity, ensuring that this VM is connected to another VM, is also the responsibility of customer. And then patching this operating system is customer's responsibility. Okay, so yeah, I hope this makes sense. And then when to use which. Okay, so the question comes, when should you use this? This is beneficial, and you should use IaaS instances or virtual machine instances when you are looking for lift and shift migration. Okay, let's say you've got hundreds of VMs residing in your own data center running on VMware, and you want to move them as is to Azure. Then you can use lift and shift migration. And then testing and development. Okay, let's say there are set of standards and configurations that you have applied in the test environment and in development environment, and you want to test them, all of them at once. Then you can use this to quickly provision and deprovision. Right, hope this makes sense. Now let's move on and try to understand what is PaaS instance, which stands for platform as a service. So in the case of PaaS, Microsoft offers you the platform as a service. Okay, so what's an example of platform? It's an web app or function app. Let me again quickly head to the portal and show you. Okay, so here is the portal. This is app service. Okay, this is an example of app service or web app. So what happens is, this web app, when you go ahead and create it, okay, you can quickly go ahead and host your code over there. Let's say you have built an application, ASP.NET application, and you want to host that onto somewhere, right? You need to host it somewhere to run, to ensure that it's running. There are, you've got few options. You can host it on VM, you can host it on a web app. You can opt it to host it on a web app, and that would be called a platform as a service. Okay, what's the benefit of PaaS? Let's see. Okay, again, physical security, physical networks, physical network, and then physical host, all these are Microsoft's responsibility. Operating system, now here is the change. For operating system, now comes into the umbrella of Microsoft is responsible for operating system, customer is not. And then virtual network connectivity still falls onto the shoulders of customer, ensuring that this web app has connectivity to other resources within the Azure subscription, is the responsibility of customer. And patching, which is the patching of operating system, now falls onto the shoulders of Microsoft, because they are the one who is responsible for OS. Okay, so in the case of PaaS, customer is no longer responsible for creating a VM, installing OS on it, and patching it. It's all taken care by Microsoft behind the scenes, and you'll just get the web app, which is from here you can create it. I'll show how to create that in the probably in the next videos. But yeah, once you create it, you will get this web app from here, and you can just right away go ahead and push your code over there and make sure that your application is up and running. Okay, when to use this development framework. Okay, so there are many development frameworks that Microsoft offers, like you can host your .NET, Java, Python, all these sort of applications. If you want a particular framework on which to host your application, then yeah, you should go for platform as a service. And then serverless application, let's say you've got an application that's serverless, that's an event based. You want that application to run only when there is certain event that's triggered, then you should use platform as a service. Okay, now let's take a look at software as a service. And excuse me for that, I think it's still pass over there, sorry for that. So software as a service, the example here, obviously Microsoft offers you their software as a service. And the top example for that would be MS Office 365. And in this case, physical security, physical network, everything goes to Microsoft umbrella as a responsibility. OS Microsoft, virtual network connectivity Microsoft, and patching is again Microsoft's responsibility. Okay, so there is very limited work that customer needs to do when they are opting for a SaaS service. It's all taken care by the cloud provider behind the scenes, and they'll just get the software as a product for that. Okay, when to use it, business productivity applications, you might have already used one. Gmail is a great example of SaaS service. Google takes care of Gmail's hosting, it's ensuring that it's up and running, ensuring that the server on which Gmail is running is physically secure, is connected, and has got power connectivity. All these things taken care by Google behind the scenes. You only have this responsibility of using the app. Okay, and then email and messaging, as I said, email and messaging is another example of software as a service. All right, so here is a quick video giving you I thought the complete understanding of the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, and the responsibility model, and when to use which. Hope this was helpful, and I hope you like it. If you do, please do go ahead and like, click, and subscribe. All right, thank you so much.